Summer in Georgia. Hey everybody. Got one watch walker person watching. Well, they were. I guess watching me driving isn't the This is the beast right here, folks. Atlanta traffic. It looks real nice. Pretty trees. Does not want to focus. Here we go. Here we go. The video decided to finally focus. How about that? Oh, maybe not. This is the MARTA. Right here on the right. See, the big problem is it's 5:42. And let's say you get in, leave your desk, 5:30. You stand and chat with someone for a few minutes, chat with the guard. The time you hit the road, 5:42. And everybody in Buckhead's doing the same thing. Thus, here you go. What's really scary is these people that are passing on the sidewalk started where I did driving. Well, we're getting there. There goes the people again. Hey, Green light. Well, that was cool. The motorcycle came in on the right. We're keeping pace with these people walking on the sidewalk. See right here, someone ran into the yield sign. By the way, that's an odd place for a yield sign. Let's be real. We are moving. Moving. Woo! Watch Walker on the move. $4.69, folks. $4.69 for gas. So, okay, now that we're moving, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Wife's not feeling too well. So she sent me a text, asked if I could pick up some hamburgers and french fries at the old Freddy's. So I said, okay, sure. What that means is we didn't do the Buckhead Run Club. That's okay. One of Brian Bradsey said it. God, family, work. And I don't know where running comes in after that. That's probably after work. This light here, for one reason or another, it's Druid Hills Road and Dresden Road are so close together. This area jams up really, really bad a lot of times. I've sat in here a long time in the past. Usually if you can get past this, the rest of the drive's pretty smooth. There's another part that gets pretty bad. Hear those crickets? It's me sitting in Atlanta traffic. Here we go. False alarm. So, here's a game we're going to play. How many Waffle Houses will we pass till we get home? So right now there was one. There's our first Waffle House. The joke we used to have is you could hit a Waffle House with a stone from one Waffle House to the next. At one time we had 2 in our city. It's good food. I like it. That's some pretty trees. summer blooming going on. Now we are cooking. So the drive home, ladies and gentlemen, is Wachter is a lot less talkative on the drive home than the drive to work. In the morning you have all kinds of energy. You're ready to take on the world. Let's do this! You're all excited. At least I am. After work, you gave it everything you had, which is a good thing. You're just kind of like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go home and relax. Go for a run. I don't know how relaxing a run is, especially in this humidity. I heard the other day that if you sweat in the heat, there's so much humidity in the air. The reason why you get so wet is because it's not evaporating off of your skin. Because there's so much water already in the air. It's like, at least when it's raining. Oh, wait, look, to your right. Waffle House number 2. Whoever's counting the Waffle House. We need someone counting these in the comments. Once my mom starts watching, she can count how many Waffle Houses we have. So, I mean, okay, we've been driving since we saw the last Waffle House, 3 minutes? Maybe 4? 5 if you're being generous. All right, well, let's mark the time. We saw the second Waffle House at 18:45. So let's see how long it takes to see the next one. All right, if you're ever interested, you roll all 4 windows down in your car and just start driving. It is quite the experience. I did it to air out my car because I spilled gasoline in the trunk. But the breeze, oh man, I'm a fan. I am a fan. All right, y'all. We are still ITP. You know what ITP means? Inside the perimeter. Inside the perimeter generally means higher gas prices, higher grocery bills, more people, more traffic. Pretty soon, we're going to be OTP. Outside the perimeter. Got a laser show. It's exciting. All right. This Honda dealership, it's a little ahead of its peers. For some reason, they put it about a half a mile inside the perimeter. There we go. Now we're in Car Lot City. Looks like we're building another car lot. Maserati. I think everybody needs a Maserati. You know where to get one. Inside the perimeter, folks. ITP. All right. If you were watching this morning, we're getting ready to get on. We're getting ready to get on the interstate part of no more stoplights for a while. Here we go. Alright. So you remember it was 425 inside the perimeter? Well, we just passed a Quick Trip 407. How about that? We are all the children of God. We got vanities. Justice, the Dennis Law Firm. Alright, so this is the other spot that jams up. It never fails. We're going to be sitting here for a little bit. All these people are on this interstate-like part of the road. And then all of a sudden, it runs into a stoplight. And there's a log jam. So we're probably going to be sitting here for about 10 minutes. Maybe less. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But we got a good, probably half a mile till we get there. I don't know if you can see it in the distance. There's a Hilton hotel, and I've always been amazed by it. It looks like a castle. The Castle Hilton. On the hill. The Hilton on the hill. Alright, we ain't getting closer, we're just getting further. And whoever's keeping track, we did not see a Waffle House when we were going this last stretch. There may have been one. I just didn't have my eyes looking for it. Maybe tomorrow we'll see. I don't know, maybe tomorrow I'm going to take the bus. I'm trying to be available in case my wife needs me to come home. She's not been feeling well. So that's why I haven't taken the bus today. We are officially in Purple Heart City. I learned one thing. The left lane is quicker than the right lane today. I don't know if it's that way every day, but it bodes true today. I wish y'all could see to the right of me. There's literally a forest right here. So this stoplight, this is what's causing the log jam. And it's every time. This isn't just because of today. This is every rush hour day. This spot jams up, and then the spot way back there where about 20 minutes ago where we had the two roads really close to each other, they jam up. But if you were watching this morning, and right now the video is still processing, so I don't know if it's even available, but if you were, it took 40 minutes to get to work. We're already at 32. Our timing is everything. I think if you leave around 7 and not 5:45 or 5:40, it's a lot better. It's just everybody's leaving at the same time. That's really all it is. But what are you going to do? Who wants to stay and work till 7? Probably the smartest thing to do is to go into work at 10 and then leave at 7. That's probably the ideal shift. I'd be okay with that. Let's see. You work 7 hours. Let's say you take a half-hour lunch. 2 hours in the morning, 7 hours in the evening. So that's a 9-hour shift, half hour for lunch. Even if you work till 7:30 and made up the lunch hour, it's a 9-hour work day. You probably would get a lot of work done. Maybe check your email before you leave in the morning. And then 9 full hours. 9 full hours, half-hour lunch. The problem is when everyone else goes home, you're not going to want to stay and work. I can tell you that right now. It would take a lot of self-discipline to work a shift like that. 407 on the gas prices. Get a little quirky on days like this. Little quirky. Today we had 2 90-minute meetings. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. One of those where you don't say that much, you just sitting there listening, and you kind of get a little stir crazy. It was good information, don't get me wrong. But in a weird way, that wears you out by just sitting there not doing it. I mean, because you're taking all this in, and you're responsible for it. But still a little exhausting. All right, Waffle House number 3 on the left-hand side. We got 35 minutes in, so we're averaging a little over, what do we say? A little under 12 minutes per Waffle House. That's our pace. guys are getting some good entertainment here. I'll show y'all my hat. My mom got this for me. St. Louis Cardinals. That's the baseball team. Synovus. There's your bank right there, Synovus. Did y'all see the new logo? Watch Wachter logo? Well, if you haven't, let me explain it to you. Go look in the anytime I post anything, you're gonna see the Watch Wachter logo. So John was telling me offline, he says, you really need a logo. You're gonna take this serious. I go, okay. Let me see what I can do. So my friend Erica is an artist. And she's designed probably 50, 60 paintings in the past few years. I asked her, I said, what would you charge me to do a Watch Wachter logo? And I said, you come up with a design. I trust you. Whatever you think is best. All I'm looking for is, it's got to say Watch Wachter on it. And then however else you want to do it, you have creative autonomy in the whole process. So Erica says, all right, let me whip out some designs. So she decided to do a W on the top and a W on the bottom. Watch Wachter, like in a mirror, like in the between the two W's is like a mirror, right? So the second W is reflecting off the first W. So then she's designing that out. All of a sudden she's thinking, well, the shape of a duck is like a W. And what would reflect a duck better than anything? Watch Wachter water. WWW. So now the duck, if you look at the logo real close, the duck is a W, and the reflection of the duck is another W. I'm sure you all are a smart audience. I'm sure you all picked that up. If not, go back and look at it. WW, Watch Wachter, duck on top, duck on bottom. And then she threw a gold chain on them. Gold chain says Watch Wachter. Woo! You don't get any better than that. So thank you, Erica. You did a wonderful job on the painting. I told her, I said, I will not post this until you cash that check. She cashed it. She confirmed it went through. The only thing we got to do is we got to take that logo and make a poster of it, or make some t-shirts. Anybody that wants a Watch Wachter t-shirt, email us. Email me at bwachter44@gmail.com. bwachter44@gmail.com. And we'll see if Erica can make that happen. I'm not sure what she'll charge for that, But how cool would that be? Have your own Watch Walker t-shirt. Alright folks, we are at 41 minutes. That is exactly the amount of time it took to drive to work. This part of the drive, we have not yet hit the halfway point. We're still approaching the halfway. The good news is, as soon as we go down this hill, we will hit the halfway point. More good news is, the second half, God willing, we don't run into any traffic jams or accidents. The second half, there should be no, based on history, there should be no traffic. We should be able to make that in 20 minutes. Maybe 15. Well, except for the fact that we're stopping at Freddy's and getting the wife a burger. Woo! I sure appreciate you guys riding with me. If you had any idea, I mean, you're getting a pretty good idea. If you had any idea how rulesome the day in and day out drive is, you would appreciate some company too. I don't mind. I'm happy and blessed. My brother-in-law, there's a Jeep. My brother-in-law has gotten into the Jeep craze. He got himself a Jeep. He says they put little plastic ducks on each other's Jeeps. All right, this is the halfway home. Woo-hoo! You got to celebrate the little things. 43 minutes, 43:52. The only problem is we haven't seen a Waffle House, and we've hit that 12-minute Waffle House pace. That's going to up our Waffle House pace up quite a bit. Sadly. The people that live here, I don't know what they do. They don't have a Waffle House. When we lived in Albuquerque, we lived there for 18 months. There was only 2 Waffle Houses in the whole metropolitan area. But speaking of that, they had this amazing burger place, and it's not Freddy's. Freddy's is amazing, but they had this amazing burger place, and I think it's from Texas. It's called Whataburger. So the reason I bring this up, they're building one of those right up by our house. Very exciting. Very exciting. Alright. Here's a joke I heard. This was a joke me and my brother heard when riding back from Chicago. We were listening to this radio program. It's called Table Talk Radio, and it's a program where they take the Bible seriously, but they don't take themselves so seriously. So they'll play games and they'll tell jokes like this one, and they're not taking the Bible seriously. They are just not taking themselves so seriously, and to help you understand deep theological points in a way that you can remember. It's quite a remarkable show. Watch Wachter approved. All right. Anyway, so he's on there and he's telling this joke. It's Pastor Wolfmueller's his name. He's telling this joke and he says, "What do you call someone who watches over chickens?" So the guy goes, "I don't know." Well, you call him a chicken tender, because he's tending over the chickens. Okay. All right. So you think the joke's over, but he goes, "No. What do you call someone that watches over chicken nuggets?" Like, what? I don't know. What? You call him a chicken tender. Chicken tender is the chicken nugget. Chicken tender. The chicken nugget is the chicken tender. The chicken tender is the person watching over the chicken tender. So he's a chicken tender. All right. So then, okay, well that's fine and good. So then he goes, what do you call a sensitive person who watches over chicken nuggets? You say, okay, I don't know, what? You call them a tender, like tender, you can hurt his feelings rather easily. A tender chicken, tender. Because he's sensitive, he gets his feelings hurt. That person is a tender. That sensitive person is a tender. He's watching over the chicken tenders, the chicken nuggets. So, okay, wow, that's really good. And then okay, can we move on with our lives? And then like you start the conversation up on something else, and then he's, what do you call a sensitive person who watches over raw chicken nuggets? What? Well, what? What do you call it? You call them a tender chicken tender. So the tender, how do I explain this? The tender person, the sensitive person, is watching over raw, they're describing the chicken nuggets. So the raw is a tender. It's a tender chicken because it's tender. So the tender person is watching over, the adjective is, I guess it's like an English joke. This would be a good joke to tell your teacher kids at school. The tender person is watching over the adjective tender, chicken tenders, the noun. The chicken tender is the noun, and then the tender is I guess another noun. You got the two nouns. The two nouns are at the end. So the chicken's in between. So English majors, your mind is being blown right now. All right. Last, he throws in, so what do you call a sensitive auto body mechanic who watches over raw chicken nuggets? I don't know. You call them a tender chicken tender, fender mender tender. There you go. You may have to write that down about 15 times like I did, then you'll have it.
Waffle House on the right.
That's 4. Freddy's is on the right too. Woo! I just cut somebody off. Thanks for watching Watch Wachter. We will be back with more probably tomorrow. God bless you. We'll see you. We'll see you. If you've spent an hour watching this, I applaud you. That was an hour well spent. Good job. Let me park the car and I'll wave. Where is Freddy's? Where am I going? Oh, this place here, Menchie's. That's a winner right there. Hasn't opened back up yet from the virus, but should be opening up soon. One person watching. Hello. Boy, you picked a good time to jump in. You're right at the end. We appreciate you watching. You watching Watch Wachter drive home. But right now, we're gonna sign off. We'll be back in the morning for more. I'll switch it over. Must be my mom watching. See you later. We'll be back for more tomorrow.